Flosstube. I'm Carrie. This is Sarah, and this is our mom, Linda. She's back with us again. I didn't let her say her own
Who
name.
apparently doesn't get to speak her own name, so.
Welcome back. We are 3 Trail Stitchers, or at least part of them. So Whitney is not with us today. She is stitching though, so if you go over to our Instagram, you'll see what she's working on. It's going to be really cool. We all have different spins on Christmas stitching, so my phone is further away from us today, so hopefully you won't have trouble hearing us, but
Do you want me to scoot it closer?
No, I think it'll be fine.
Right. Okay, fine.
We're going to find out.
We are.
So welcome back. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. If you are new, welcome. Get ready for awkward. So we're going to start this week, since Mom is with us, with some of her previous finishes. So, do you want to start? Sorry, we're kind of a mess. I imagine this is like what Priscilla and Chelsea's table looks like. Oh, probably they have way more stuff.
Well, yeah.
Like behind the camera, but you usually don't see it. All right.
Yeah, no, you get to see our mess.
First up.
Okay. I just finished this up. Well, I fully finished it this week. Don't show them the back.
Yes,
Is that Little House or Country Cottage that does those?
I think
It's
Little House.
it's
but
the
I'm not sure.
it's the winter one, and
Is this a Mimi button?
well, that's a button that I bought at that fancy shop up in Parkville. I was going to put on something for Mother and never did. And the trim around that is vintage Mimi trim.
Mimi trim, okay.
It's from the pinafores that they made at Eva Crudops from the 50s. Yeah,
Okay.
I have quite a bit of that. It's very nice embroidered trim that you probably can't get.
It makes me think of those, those like nougat Christmas candies that have the images
Yes.
in the middle, like
Yes,
the poinsettias
yeah,
and stuff. That's
yeah.
what makes me think of.
Oh, good choice.
And let's see. Then I finished this up this week. This has been done forever, and that's the Little House
The
Christmas Farm.
Farmhouse Christmas?
Farmhouse Christmas. Oh, jeez. I should really research these.
And then what is this fabric around the top?
That is just some stash.
Is it
You
Mimi
know,
stash or
I-
just stash?
I have no idea. It very possibly could be.
Okay.
Yeah. It was almost like polished cotton.
Yeah, it
Only
feels like
the
really-
color's a little bit duller, but the weight of it feels like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Next.
And then some. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. This is one of the
Oh,
alphabets.
another one of the. Is this
that-
spring
That's
or summer or fall?
It's not fall because
Watermelon, it's summer, right?
summer. That's summer.
fall's
right.
on the
Yeah.
gourd that Aunt Vicky thinks is a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Or a pear.
Yes. Yes.
And
Little buttons.
my arm doesn't go up that high. Sarah's like extreme close up.
But
I
thought
am
that-
extreme
that
close
turned
up.
out-
And
I
this
love
is
the
hanging
little
on
plaid.
Is this one of the cheaper ones you bought
This
from
is
Amazon?
right. Yeah. Yeah.
These
And
little hanger things.
yeah, they're just like it was under. I don't know. It might have been $5 or something, but I really like those. And
Next. Oh, now Shirley's attacking the back. Did you get it?
Your cat's in the bag.
Yeah. That's not
I
Um,
don't know where to put these.
Then, oh,
Probably
here's
just- well, the cats are-
here's the gourd. That's the fall
Oh,
one.
you did bring it. Okay.
And
You might go back a little first. Like
I
right
wanted
back
it
and then-
to.
Yeah.
To me, it looks like.
It looks
Like
like,
a squash.
it looks like a squash to me too.
But my little cousin came to see it, or she was telling her mother about it. She said, "You know, it's the one on the pear."
It kind of does look like a pear. I'm gonna be honest.
It does
I'm
not
with
look anything like a pear. It looks like a really cool squash.
But you did that on wool.
I
felt.
did a felt. Yes,
Felted wool.
that was felt. Yeah, felted wool. Yeah. And
I knew it. Get off.
let's see.
Sorry.
Let's And then I had, this is, whoops. And, oh, here's, whoops, wait, okay. Not organized. This is, one of Kathy Barrick's, The Embroideress, that I just absolutely love. That's like one of the favorite things I've done.
Extreme close-up?
Extreme
you don't have to
close-up,
go
yeah.
super close, but.
Well, no, but
I've also had the one that has the whale on it.
now is this some Mimi lace?
Yes, yeah, that's some really antique
I think
lace
those are
at
really
the
neat.
top.
I think they are too.
Yeah,
I like how pointy that little toe is.
yeah.
Nice job.
And I just finished, this is Blackbird's Designs, We Live in Hope. And I'm,
Do you need something behind it?
Maybe.
I think that's okay. I
That's not very effective.
want to
no, you
redo a
can see
wall
it.
in my living room with samplers. And I have an idea they're probably all going to be Blackbird. I love the Blackbird. I started Kitten Stitcher's Savior's Praise on this huge piece of fabric. Did half of the top border, half of the side border, and I thought I better start on some center. And I did the first row of the alphabets, and my fabric is too short. I have no idea what I've done, but I cannot get all of the right-hand border on there. So that was a disappointing week. So I went back to doing. Huh? Oh,
That's
my
your whip. You
whip.
can't do that yet.
Jeez.
Oh, I can't show my whip yet.
Did you
Sorry.
have anything else you wanted to share that were non-cross stitch finishes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Santa.
yeah, okay. This is what I did for my mother. Excuse me. Several years ago.
Yeah.
In fact, it was a Santa. That's probably glaring on that. It was a Santa that was, the pattern was in I think a Better Homes and Gardens magazine of dolls to make. And it's,
Like crazy quilted,
It's
basically? Not really.
this was, no, I just kind of did that. And then all of the buttons were vintage buttons. And I took buttons and a lot of jewelry that I never wear and put up at the top.
Up here.
In fact, I see one of the very first pair of earrings.
I was gonna say
that
I recognize some of the
I
earrings.
got when I first got my ears pierced in probably 1965.
It's really pretty.
Jeez.
And it used to live at my house, but then Mom took it back.
I did. Yeah, I took it back.
It really fits more. in one
And
It does fit more in Mom's house, but she still.
then this was during my crazy quilting period. Excuse me, I made that for my mother.
It's really pretty.
And this is like real crazy quilting, right? Because you put all the
Yes, yeah,
pieces and.
yeah.
You're crazy, all right.
I'm crazy.
All right, so those were previous finishes by Mom. You know, Sarah and I don't finish anything, so we don't have any of those. And I don't have a finish. Sarah has a finish.
I have a finish. So after weeks of just not feeling like cross stitching at all, I got out a pattern we've had for a long time. It's cross-eyed cricket, acorn autumn, and it's like just a little acorn sampler. And I just
Good
picked
job.
out a fancy floss.
I don't remember what it was called.
I think
Yard
it's-
something.
I think it's Weeks Dye Work. I want to say it's Brick
Oh, that was it.
Path.
Yeah, Brick
Something
Path.
like that. The rest of it is all DMC called for colors, but I'm really proud of it. It went really quick. I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm gonna have Mom finish it as like a flat fold that I can set on an easel until someday I can find a little wooden acorn, I think, to put it on. That's my finish.
All right, so we'll move on to whips. And I
If
guess
we got
you
a
want me to go first,
jigsaw,
or-
you could cut an acorn out.
We're
Yeah.
talking about maybe getting a scroll saw or a jigsaw that I could start cutting wood pieces for us to finish things on. So if anyone has any advice, like if you have one that you really love and you think is really easy to handle, comment below, because we're really looking to maybe get one probably after Christmas and set it up in my sister's
Yeah, my
garage.
grandfather had all this stuff, and when my grandparents passed away, we gave them away because we weren't going to use them.
Yeah.
And no.
But we still have his old work table, and we can.
Yeah.
We want something that we can connect secure to the work table and use. So, if you have any advice,
Do you want me to go first, or do you want Mom to show her whip?
Oh, this is
show your big
pitiful.
whip.
Her.
After my Savior's Praise disaster, it's just a prairie schooler Santa. I probably have about,
Sorry, kitty.
I started doing those when they first came out, and then for years I didn't do any cross stitching, like so many people now. And I probably have about 15 or 20 of them done, I think, which
But you
I think
have
I'm
all
going
the
to try
patterns.
and finish some of them up since I'm in kind of a finishing mood
Okay.
before Christmas. So,
So I have quite a few whips. I started working on the Very Merry Christmas Town, like I said I was going to last week while I was finishing up Queen's Gambit, and I did not get far. This is pitiful. This is pathetic, but I'll explain why.
did
So-
you dye this?
No, this is Picture This plus Jazz. 14 count Picture This plus Jazz. And if you haven't seen Very Merry Christmas Town, I think I showed it last week, but it's very similar to Midnight Way, just like the Christmas. Whoop,
Oh.
there went, that's all right.
There went your color chart. You don't need that.
Not for a while. So the reason I stopped is because inside of the window, this is the window on like the front door of the building in the middle. And the color is this light blue, and it does not show up on this fabric, which isn't a huge deal because it's surrounded, but I was talking to Mom about it, and I would like to do maybe a yellow, like a warm glow,
Oh yeah.
but I just have to find the right yellow. And so rather than move on to something else, it's like it just totally shut down, and I was like, nope, not gonna do it until I find the exact right yellow. So
Yes, best to put it in timeout.
yeah, so I will go back to that at some point. So then after that, I wanted something small, and I've been talking about it for 9 years, so I decided to go ahead and start one of the flamingos. This is Falamingo, I think is the one.
I love it on that color.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll look really good on your
Oh,
tree.
really good on your
Yeah.
tree. Yeah.
And I'm gonna do it, Helen D just finished them. I don't think she finished all of them. Maybe she did.
I think so.
And she did hers, one of them on 14 count, because by mistake she meant to do 16, and it's pretty big, and this is 14 count. I had meant to do it on 16 as well, but I had this fabric sitting there. So I'm gonna leave the words off like she did to try to make it, I don't mind having a big ornament on my tree, but it would be pretty darn big with the words on it, I think. So
Is that all of it there?
pretty much, yes. So it won't be too bad. With the words, though, it would go
won't be
down
bad.
further.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do, and so therefore, when I stitch the other ones, I will most likely leave the words off as well.
I could even do a circle.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with it. I did it in DMC, the DMC conversion. I think the flamingo colors with the fancy floss would have been a little better. I think this brighter pink is a little too bright, but I'm going to go with it.
Oh, I
'cause
like
it's going to
it.
be on my
Oh,
tree.
I like it. It just makes me think
Yeah.
of Aunt Donna and her hating pink flamingos.
Yeah, yeah. And then on Thursday night was the finale of Supernatural. It was like a clip show, and yeah, it was rough. It was a clip show, which I actually cried at the clip show. I did not cry at the last episode, and I'm not going to talk about it because some of you may not have watched it yet.
And because of it should have ended the week
If
before.
you watch Supernatural, though, why would you not have watched it yet? And so I worked on my Dude, Where's the Pie? And I got more of the border. I got these leaves and cherries done over on the side. Like I said, this was not a 7-hour project. So
So now she's got to go all the way back to episode 1, season
Yeah,
1, and start
start
all over.
But I mean, I feel like I got, to be quite honest, I feel like I got further than I thought I would. So what I'll have is the rest of the border, There's cherries up here.
Did you
And
dye
then-
this?
Yes, I dyed this 14 count. And then there's the piece of pie on a plate, the piece of cherry pie, which will take a long time. It's a lot of colors. But yeah, so I feel like I got further than I thought I would. And then there's a lot of back stitching between the cherries and the leaves.
Oh, okay.
So
don't
that
think it-
will,
I don't know that it needs the back stitching.
that might go away for a while just because I'm not currently watching Supernatural. But I think we're gonna have a lot of time this winter to stitch. So it'll be back. And then I started yesterday, I'm sorry, the first part of Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery's Christmas wreath stitch along came out, which I've been waiting for. I bought the kit, I bought the needle minder, the whole shebang. And so it came out, and Sarah and I went and ate dinner in the car, and then I came home and that's what we do now. That's what we do, eat dinner in the car.
We went to one of our favorite places though, Johnny Ray's in Lee Summit, and it was
Which
kind
is just
of
like burgers and fries,
Yeah.
curly fries,
curly
Suzy Q's.
fries, Suzy Q's burgers. But it was kind of nice because we've been there a few times over the pandemic, and it's like you kind of just get in and go through the drive-through. But last night there were quite a few cars there,
Yeah.
so it was just kind of nice to see that on a
Oh,
Friday
yeah,
night.
like
There
people
were several
actually-
people that were.
Because those are the restaurants you worry about, are
Yeah,
like those little.
because it's just a little mom and pop places.
And they're so small, like they have not reopened inside
Yeah,
because
no,
it's it's like an old school lunch counter and then like a few booths.
Yeah, like the lunch counter, and I think
Yeah.
5 booths. I mean, it's just really tiny.
So then I came home and I started the
You
wreath.
got really far.
Yeah, I did quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel pretty good about it. Because I didn't start till like 8 o'clock.
Are you doing
Probably.
that on 16 or?
No, I
Oh,
ordered the
14.
kit and it's 14 count.
And-
Picture this plus something.
Doubloon
Didn't
or
you
no?
say one
Earthen
of your
or-
favorite parts is
Oaken maybe?
Santa's
Oh,
tushy
okay.
sticking out?
Yeah, Santa's legs sticking out. It's so cute. Like they've shown bits of the wreath, but of course they've not shown everything because it's a mystery stitch along. But I was super excited to see the house because what it is it's a pink house. It's got Santa sticking out of the chimney, which I think is hilarious, and then it has like little Rudolph reindeer over on the other side.
That would be.
So I'm very excited.
That would be really cool to hang up there next year. Like spread your wreaths out and then
Yeah.
put that in the middle.
They finish it, so this is, I believe, 10 months long. And they finish it, the last part will be their finishing instructions, and it's a pillow, like a square
uh-huh.
pillow. One of my ideas was to finish it as a wreath-shaped pillow,
I think we could probably
but
do
also I think it would be cute as like a wall hanging or something to hang. But if it was a wreath-shaped pillow and it was the right size, it could hang above my
that.
mantle.
It could, yeah.
Where my wreaths are. So
Yeah.
anyway, so that's a lot. And I started because Brenda and Serial Starter have their little book of days. Is that what it's called? Their calendars, and I was like, well, that would be a good thing because I'm not a diary person or a journal person. I never stay up
Yeah,
with
I
it.
know. I never stay up with
So
it
I
either.
got this little Katie Daisy. It's just a 18-month calendar, and I've started
Just love her
writing
stuff.
down on the days.
Oh, look at you.
What I stitched on and what I was watching while I stitched, and then
okay.
also I went to dinner with Sarah and where, and then just kind of so I remember the day.
Like CNN and MSNBC and
Yeah, well, that would be yours.
That would be yours.
So anyway, so I've been keeping track in here, and I keep it, honestly, I've been keeping it by my bed because then I lay down at night and I write it down and then I go to sleep or read or whatever.
Yeah.
So
That's a good idea.
So I'm pretty happy. I got a lot of stitching done considering
You did.
I worked, this
You
week.
were
and
all over the place with your stitching.
just like I am in life. All right. And then
Truth bomb.
Sarah Whip.
So after I finished up my little acorn, I've had this pattern forever. It's ever since I can remember going to CC and Company. It's a framed piece that they've had in their store, and when I was stitching in college, I think is probably what I would have bought it, because that was, until a few years ago is when I started stitching. So we've had it for a long time and never stitched it. But I just love the Be Thankful. Fall's my favorite time of year. I love Thanksgiving's my most favorite holiday. So I want to do this, and I want to get it framed and hang it in my house. So this week, after finishing the acorns, I got the words done. And I actually had to restart this last Saturday because we figured out my fabric was too small to have it framed, because I think I'm really going to have CC frame it. They do a beautiful job. And I just really want to support them. And I don't get a lot of things framed anyway. So I figure they can frame it for me, and I want to make sure I had enough fabric. And so I'm just starting on the little extra pieces now in the house. I'm excited. I'm loving it.
Looks good. I like the
And-
fabric.
I think this is,
Some of
it's some I
The
stole
color-
from you,
color
so it's some of
cotton,
the
I
color and
think.
cotton,
Mhm.
but I don't know the color because I just stole it from my mom. So, but it's making me very happy, and I'm happy to have my stitching mojo back because for several weeks it was just all I did was play games on my iPad, which is bad for my
Well, I
brain.
mean, yeah, I think it's easy though to
But
slip out of the habit. All right, do you have any haul?
no, I have no haul. I like it.
That's
Sad
sad for you.
It is. I
That is-
know. Well,
wow.
I did get some my Victorian motto, but I.
Oh, yeah.
That's just floss.
It's beautiful floss though.
Beautiful.
It is.
floss.
Yeah.
someday we'll take a picture of her floss wall where all of her Victorian motto is, because you've been.
Oh, I'll have to. I've got
Have you
it
been
spread
getting it-
across many projects.
I know,
I'll
but have
to
you been
drag it
doing
back
that
up.
subscription for a year or 2 years?
Probably over a year, I
So
think.
probably almost a year and a half, maybe 2.
Maybe close to 2 years now. Yeah.
So she has quite a collection, and so I've decided now when I need fancy floss and don't want to spend all the extra, I'm gonna go steal some of her Victorian. motto.
Yeah, I just love it. It's probably one of the best money wise.
Yeah, you get a lot.
that you get. Yeah,
Yeah,
you get
you get
a
a
lot
ton.
of floss. Yeah.
All right, so I have just a little haul. I don't have that much. I'm trying to think because it feels like I bought a pattern online, but I probably didn't. I don't know. Anyway, I did get my, and I'm hoping it's okay to show this because I have a feeling by now most people have gotten it. I got my fabric of the month from Be Stitch Me. It's 16 count peanut, and it's a neutral.
I really like that.
I like that though.
Yeah, it's a
Mhm.
neutral. It's got like a hint of orangey and
Pink or something.
Yeah.
I love the
Mhm.
modeling
Oh,
in it
sorry.
though. Oh, you're fine.
So I'm excited for that, and I already know something I'm going to stitch on it, which I will talk about in plans. And then Sarah and I went to CC today. We didn't go last week. I don't think we went last week.
I don't think we went last week either, and they probably really missed us.
And Sarah needed one skein of floss.
I needed 2,
So we had to go, and we left.
but then something
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah, bad things. So they started carrying color and cotton fabric, which I'm very excited about. I wonder if they're going to start carrying their floss as well. I didn't even ask.
I don't know.
That would be cool.
I don't know if any shops carry it.
I don't know. I kind of hope they do. Let's hold it a little bit. All right, so this is 16 count
Aged paper.
aged paper. It's pretty. It's just a
What's
neutral,
in the center?
but I really like it.
What's
It's
that?
just
Is
a
that a
little.
bug?
No, yes, it's a bug. It's a little fluff, probably from their
Well, I like that too. Yeah.
thingy, serger.
Well, I'm glad that they're carrying. Are they going
They
to?
don't have a ton, but they have.
Is it
They have a
like-
really pretty blue.
Are they going to have yardage?
I don't know. I didn't ask. That sounds like an official fancy question. I didn't ask that. I'm not that fancy. And then this one, which is the one of the heart. It's the Heart and Hand. Oh my gosh! It says, "Oh my gosh."
Oh
by
my
golly.
golly.
Oh by gosh, by
By
golly.
golly.
Time for mistletoe
and holly.
Yeah. I saw it online and I love it, and I have that one.
You have this
is-
one?
Yeah, it's last year's, I think, which was the Christmas bauble.
What's that one?
This one that says Merry Christmas.
Yeah, those are really cute.
Yeah. So I'm excited for this. I wanted it and they had it, and so I bought it. And then this is not haul, but I dyed fabric last weekend. I've not ironed it. I dyed some 16 count Ada, and this is just another light blue. This is with aquamarine. I just wanted to, I was hoping, and I wish I had waited until this was dry and started my flamingo on it because it's 16 count, and he would have been smaller.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
you know. And then this, this is petal pink. When you look at the bottle, it's like a pale pink, like my Christmas
It's
tree.
a very pale pink on the bottle, and so you would think
How long do you leave it in there?
Not that long.
Carrie doesn't leave fabric in long.
I'm
like
a
she's
dunk and go
yeah, like not even 5 minutes.
for the most part. I left this in a long time, probably 20 minutes.
Huh.
This was like boop boop.
That is serious pink.
But you know what?
I
would
love
look
it.
Really pretty on your tree.
Yeah, I mean I love it. This
Yeah,
is,
yeah. it
This is a
would,
very me
yes,
fabric,
yeah.
but it's it surprised me because I was like, oh, petal pink. It'll be like ballerina pink. You know what I mean?
It's strong ballerina.
This is a like awesome punk ballerina. So that was my haul.
Okay, I have quite a bit of haul because, well, number one, tomorrow's my birthday, and I got my birthday present early, so we went to CC and Company, and I spent it. And I have some, since I haven't been on the videos the last couple weeks, I have some Etsy purchases first. I'll start with those because I gotta pull them up on my iPad. So these are from Sasha.
Tereshkeva, maybe?
She
Tereshkeva?
has a shop on Etsy. These, okay, you know we're huge Disney fans, so I want to make these into like Mickey shaped pillows. I think would be super
You're not gonna
cute.
make ornaments.
I don't have a Christmas tree. I'm thinking about maybe reinvesting in one, but I haven't had a Christmas tree probably for 20 years.
Target has their Christmas trees on sale this week, I believe, 40% off, which is pretty amazing. So if you're looking for a tree,
Well,
I forgot to tell Sarah, but it's
I don't know. We're not really shopping, so I don't know that I really want to go look.
No.
And then I have two more patterns that I also bought, but they don't have a cover sheet, and they were from. It says Tanner Smith in the corner. I got one from her Etsy store and one from her.
Yeah, I
Is
can't
the
remember
Wild
what her.
Violet. Is that the other?
Huh?
Well, she
No.
had one on Etsy, and then she had one on that.
That's not Wild Violet. On Gumroad?
Gumroad. I'm
Gumroad.
sorry. Anyway, one of them's a Muppets, and it has all my favorite Muppets. I'm a huge, huge Muppet fan. And then the other one is Beaker, and it says Meeper's gonna meep. And my cat's named Beaker because she literally, when she meows, sounds like Beaker. So I'm excited about those. But that's not my only haul because, like I said, birthday girl. And I had CC and Company has the little cards that when you make a purchase they punch them, and so I finally filled one up. So I had a $20 off, $100. So you know, had to spend some money. I got this fabric from Mountain Air. It's some fabric I had bought earlier, and I've done. I think it's what the Acorn sampler's done on, but I've done something else on it. I don't remember. Anyway, it's called Egyptian Sand, and I got a pretty big piece.
It's really pretty.
And I absolutely love it. And it's a 16. It's the first 16 I had worked on in quite a while, and I love it. It's a really good.
That I was doing the Savior's Praise on. The big piece we got, had her order for us, was from Mountain Air.
I don't think so.
Seems like it was Mountain something.
Maybe it was. I don't remember.
Maybe it was. And because I had to spend a specific amount of money, of course, I couldn't just get the fabric. I had to get Blackbird Designs Frosty Nights Out. And I've already informed Mom that she will be turning that into a drum. And I had to get fabric. I don't know this fabric. I know it's Picture This Plus, but I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But that's for the little snowman guy.
Does it
It's
have
really
a
good.
design around the sides of the drum, or?
No, I think it's just a piece
the
of
top.
like
Okay.
felt. I think it's
Okay.
just the top. And then I bought throwback Dazzling Deer
That's cute. I like this one.
and
That'd be a quick stitch.
Yeah.
Home for the Holidays, which I also might make Mom turn
It
into
has a little
drum.
button.
Has a little button. The deer
cute.
one has a
Little
little charm too. He has a little snowflake charm that hangs off
Like
his
mother of pearl heart.
antlers. And then of course, you know,
That is tiny.
the whole reason we went to CC were these two flosses.
Yeah.
For my Be Ye Thankful that I thought I had all the floss for. Oh, happy birthday to me. Oh, and I bought these 2 weeks ago. I bought Priscilla and Chelsea's the Gingham Greetings and Gingham Greetings
Those are so
2 because the gingham always makes me think of my Mimi. And then I bought Waxing Moon Designs the Santa Trio,
Those are cute too.
which I will probably do
Let me
in the
see
finished
that.
colors, but I think Carrie should do them in pinks and teals to go
Oh,
on her
yeah.
pink tree.
Yeah.
Because haven't you done a couple Santas and
I did a prairie schooler Santa.
a prairie
in the
schooler
pink,
Santa, where she changed the colors,
which is like sacrilegious.
I have
sacrilegious.
not done any of their We've got a couple.
We got,
Yeah.
yeah, we
some
have
houses
the Christmas
and,
trio
yeah.
and the Halloween house trio. I'd like the haunted house trio and the Halloween animals, but I guess we'd have to stitch some. But
So one thing we forgot to do before this video, so what we're gonna do is after the video we will draw and then we will comment on the person's comment, is we forgot to pick our winner. But you know we don't know how to edit, so we're not gonna stop this video.
maybe we'll learn over Christmas break. That
good.
should be
That's a good goal.
That's a
But
good goal.
I'm gonna tell you it's 2020, so probably Christmas break, most of it's gonna be spent with me staring at my TV and just trying to pull myself together. So
We can learn to edit. We can. do it.
yeah, I think we can do it. I should ask a kid at school, quite honestly, and they
Yeah,
can probably
yeah.
teach me how to do it.
Ask
so.
one of your second
I'll
graders.
ask a fifth
So
grader.
when we're done here, we will choose a winner, do a random picker, and choose a winner, and we will comment below on their comment
Yep.
for you to email us. So it will be the flamingo project bag, Santa flamingos, and one of the flamingo patterns that I'm working on. So yeah.
Okay.
The only other thing is, we didn't talk about how was your week.
Well, other than Savior's Praise, disaster.
Oh yeah, you had stitching disaster, and the news and the world.
And the news and the world and
It was great, huh?
yeah, it was pretty good.
It's good. How was your week?
It was all right.
Yeah,
I'm-
things are a little rough.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
a lot of teachers, a lot of people in education are kind of just, we feel like we're just treading water and keeping our heads above water. Maybe I'm speaking out of turn and
Yeah.
other people don't feel that way, but I sometimes feel that way. And so I've just kind of been counting down till Thanksgiving. But this week was a lot of fun because before holidays with my kiddos, I always try and have a fun week. And so we played Thanksgiving Jeopardies.
Oh,
Oh.
And the bonus question, you have to have listened to Miss McDonald's crazy stories in the past. So there's two things that I love about Thanksgiving Day. That's the parade and the dog show. And so
yeah. I don't know if they'll do the dog show.
they're doing the parade.
Yeah.
I think they could do the dog show. I think they should do it and just
Without
not
an
have-
audience.
Without an
Yeah,
audience.
I don't know.
Because that's my
Yeah.
favorite part. I want to see the dogs.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was one of the bonus questions, and I was kind of excited because some crazy kids have been listening to me for the past 4 years, and someone in
Oh.
every class got the bonus question. And then my littles, we did balloons over Broadway, and we talked about all the different balloons. And I always pull up a couple of old videos of the old parades, so they were excited to yell out the balloons they recognized, and
Yeah.
so that made it a really good week.
Are they
Being with
gonna
the
do a
kids
parade?
is already.
But yes, they're doing the
They're
parade.
doing the parade. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it.
My week was, it was all right. I mean, I switch back and forth. I have a K2 week and a 3-5 week, kindergarten through second grade, 3rd through 5th, and I had K2 this week, and we did Thanksgiving. And when I'm Zooming with the kids, it's awesome. Like they're
Yeah.
back. Kindergarten through second is back 4 days a week at our school. The others are still hybrid. But anyway, so I'm zooming into the classroom and I get to see all the kids together, and it's really, really nice to see them all together. I don't think it's probably going to last for very
No.
long, but it's nice while we're having it.
Yeah.
So I get to be goofy with them. I don't mind Zoom. I would much rather see them face to face and be able to do what we normally do. But I feel like Zoom's laid back, and the kids, it's fun to
Yeah.
see them in a different way. And so anyway, but other than that, I think it's just uncertainty. That's the problem. So if you have teacher friends or friends that are parents that might have to teach their kids again at the drop of a hat.
Or if you have friends that have daughters that are
in education,
in education.
reach out to them because
Yeah.
it's
Check on your educator friends. They may
Yeah.
not be okay.
Yeah. Being a teacher it's never easy, but it's been a tough year, and I mean we're not complaining compared to people who are on the front lines taking care of
Oh
people,
no,
but,
absolutely not. But I
it's
think
hard.
it's just I feel like you don't want to make more work for those people who are on the front lines.
Yeah,
So
you're trying to
sometimes
stay safe.
You're
Yeah.
trying to stay safe.
Mhm.
So
anyway, so that was our week, and the weather here is we had a couple beautiful days.
yeah, and now it's just kind of gray and
As
blah.
you can tell by our bad lighting, it is gray and meh
Yeah.
outside.
Meh.
So anyway, we are going. I'm doing it again. I'm saying so anyway. I'm gonna stop saying that.
Can I
those
punch you every
words.
time you say it?
We are going to move on to Media Corner. So if you ever have any questions about anything we stitch, leave the comments below. I did better last week, commenting on comments.
Oh, you're a good egg.
I know, I'm trying. And I will answer them for you and ask them if you have a question about something Whitney's doing that you see on the Instagram. Feel free to ask a question on there or here, and we'll answer it. But if you don't want to listen to us talk about what we're reading, listening to, or watching, now would be the time to click off, hit the road, and we will see you next time, because we're going to start talking about that right now. So, who wants to go first?
Let Mom go first.
What are you reading? You can do it all at once. Reading, watching, listening to.
I read, Michael Connelly has a new book out, The Law of Innocence. It's if you follow Michael Connelly's books, it's Lincoln lawyer, Mickey Haller character. Really good. I enjoyed it. It's very heavy courtroom procedure. I worked for attorneys for 40 some years when I stopped and count them all up. And I retired from working for a small law firm a few years ago. And I always read
Like John
anything
Grisham.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was very good. I recommend it highly. And then right before that, I read a David Baldacci book. I've never read any of his books, and this was the first in a series called Memory Man. And it's kind of an unusual police procedure. And I downloaded a sample of the second one in that, and I think that I really like his style, so I may be reading some more of those. I've been watching a lot of YouTube, trying to stay away from the news. On YouTube there is a British series. It's their history, and I think it's the Ancient History Nerd or something like that. But they go through. There's a woman that she goes to each town, and like she tells the history of York and the history of Winchester and London, and from the time that they were invaded by the Vikings or by William the Conqueror. And I love anything British, and the scenery is magnificent, and you see all of the old castles and palaces, and it's been doing that and trying to finish up Mr. Mercedes on Peacock, and I don't know, I'm afraid everything's going to just turn out really bad on that, so I've been kind of putting it off.
Are you listening to anything?
I'm rambling.
Podcasts?
That's it. Podcast, the Crime Junkies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like them. I need to get back to some of my been trying to stay away from politics. I enjoyed The Oath. I listened to that. I did presidential, and but then I just needed some blood and guts and some crime. So
That's cool.
yeah,
I can appreciate
it.
that.
Always kind of clears my brain, and so that's it.
You want to go next? Or you want me to go next?
Okay, I finally finished Skunk and Badger, which was super cute, and I've put it in my library. And now I want the author to write another. So there's supposed to be 3 in that series, so I know that the author's not listening to this, but she needs to hurry up and get the second one out. And I haven't really, I'm kind of reading a cheesy romance right now. I don't even remember what it's called, but it was I have Kindle Unlimited, and it was a free one on Kindle Unlimited, so I was able to download it for free. I have a graphic novel at home I'm going to start probably over Thanksgiving break called Seance Tea Party that looks really good. I really like the illustration so far. We've got a lot of new books in at school. We had as part of the COVID money, I guess, I don't know, we got a replacement budget to replace books that we lost last spring when we had to go virtual, and so there were a couple books I went ahead and threw in that I know the kids will like, but also that I want to read. So on my stack, I have the Witches graphic novel, and then J.K. Rowling's The Ichabod.
Oh, yeah.
Which just came out. So those are on my stack, and I'll probably bring those home over Christmas break and read them. watching Supernatural.
Yeah.
Which they should have ended it with episode 19. Sorry. Oh, I've been watching Lovecraft Country.
Oh,
And I really like it. It's gory and it's creepy and I love it. The acting in it is superb, and the time period it takes place in, so eye-opening, but it's just really good. I have really enjoyed it, and I really hope there's going to be a second season. I only have 2 episodes left, and I've kind of been putting off watching it because I don't really want it to end. And then last week, randomly, I watched a bunch of Dateline. Like, I had...
Yeah, I have a ton of them on
Yeah, I have
my
a ton of them on my DVR, and so I was just solving murders left and right. And that's kind of what I've been watching. I feel like I have a list of stuff I want to watch over Thanksgiving and Christmas break, but I don't know what I've done with the list, and I don't remember what they are. And I haven't been listening to anything. I finished Harry Potter 5, and I'm on hold for Harry Potter 6, the audio from the library. And I haven't really, I don't know, I tried to listen to some podcasts, and I just couldn't get into them. So right now, I think it's just because I just really want to wrap up the Harry Potter stuff. So that's it. That's all I've been doing.
I started watching a Dateline this morning, or tried to, and I pushed play, and then I was doing something. And all of a sudden it came up, and it was like George Stephanopoulos, and he's like, it's day 4 of our election coverage. Like it hadn't, the Dateline hadn't shown because they were doing the election stuff, and I'm like, oh Lord, we're on like day 15 or something by now, aren't we? Feels like it.
Yeah, that's what was weird about the Dateline, is it kept coming up with political commercials, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, these are...
We're not done with those.
I've had these for months, so...
Bless you poor people in Georgia that are going to be seeing it for the next 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still reading that Scooby-Doo book. I don't know. I'm not
That's okay.
reading this year.
It took me 6 weeks to read a beginning
I would say
reader,
this is probably the biggest dry spell reading that I've had in a very long time. The graphic novel, the other one I couldn't think of the name of last week that I read, was called Witches of Brooklyn. Very cute. It's about this girl who her mom passes away, and so she has to go live with these aunts that she's never met, and they turn out to be witches. It was very cute. Very cute.
I have to order that.
Is it a graphic?
It's really, I liked it a lot.
Is it good to put in elementary? Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm gonna buy it and donate it to the school.
Watching, I finished Queen's Gambit. I don't think I had finished it on the last video.
I need to watch that.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is amazing. There was a teacher at school that was asking me if I'd watched it, and I'm like, yeah, it's incredible. You need to watch it.
What was the name of the one of the trials in Chicago that we watched?
Oh yeah,
During the Democratic
about
Convention in 67?
I don't know. Yeah,
68?
that's amazing.
No.
If you have not watched it, it's is it called The Trial of Chicago 7? It's on Netflix.
I don't remember, but
It's got
amazing.
lots of people in it.
Lots of people.
Well, it's got like Sacha Baron Cohen and what's his name? The guy that played Stephen Hawking.
I don't know. I know.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's really good.
It is, yeah.
It's
If
great.
you live through that period of time.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's excellent. Yeah.
So
I
anyway,
think it's called Chicago 7.
I think it's like the trial of
The
the
Trial of the Chicago 7.
Yeah. Anyway, it's very good. Definitely worth a watch. Theater quality film.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which
yeah.
a lot of the that's not unusual now on streaming services, but
No, streaming services have gotten really good.
so then I've caught up on Great British Bake Off, and I was sad because they only do 1 episode a week. So then I just randomly started watching The West Wing, which we watched the first time around. I don't know that I ever finished it, but I watched a lot of it. And so I started watching that, and that's what I've been watching for like the last 4 days. It's just The West Wing nonstop, and I'm really enjoying it. You'd think, I mean, maybe it's because it's like the White House I would love. You know what I mean? I don't know. I told Mom though, like, I know that I'm getting older now, which, not that I didn't always love him, because I always did, but I'm like, you know, as you watch it when you're younger, you're like, oh, Rob Lowe. And now I'm like, dang, Martin Sheen. He's pretty handsome. A silver fox. Anyway, Moonrise, so now I know I'm officially getting older because I'm like,
It happens. It
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
yeah. So that's what I've been watching is The West Wing, and then listening to Finished Constitutional is really good. I highly recommend it.
I need to start that.
And I started listening to her third podcast, which is called Moonrise, which is about the beginnings of the space race. And it's
Oh, I would probably enjoy that.
very interesting. I think I've listened to 2 of them. It's a little slower paced, but they talk about everything from like how early sci-fi, like Isaac Asimov and
H.G. Wells.
H.G. Wells, but there was like a certain era that, you know, that about how they influenced people going to the moon or trying to go to the moon or that kind of thing. And it's like that they had written stories about nuclear bombs before anyone knew about the Manhattan Project to the point, and they were accurate enough to the point that they were investigated. It's pretty fascinating, and they talk about Werner von Braun. Yeah.
Do they talk about when mom and dad worked at Johnson Space Center?
Yeah, they talk about mom and dad working at Johnson Space Center. Now, it's
They
really
did.
fascinating because I think it's about probably 11 episodes, and it's not going to be all about, you know, we know the stuff about like the right stuff and that kind of thing, and this is more
More kind of leading up to the
how they
theories and
how they even got to the idea
of going to the moon.
of the Saturn V rocket and going to the moon.
Ooh,
So
I want to listen
and
to
the
that.
politics behind it, and a little bit about the scientists in the Soviet Union and what they had to go through,
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to listen to
and
that.
you know that their genius was not always appreciated. So it's really fascinating.
My genius isn't always appreciated either.
That's what
No,
I've been
that's
listening
true.
to.
I know what I want to start watching is The Mandalorian because season 2 is out on.
Well, and
Disney Plus.
somebody on
And I love me some Baby
Instagram,
Yoda.
because I posted a picture on Instagram of I've been at work. If this tells you what direction we're going in, I've been wearing 2 masks, but I've been double masking. But I got some Disney masks our dad bought us, and I've been wearing those over the top. So I posted a picture because they're adorable. And somebody said there's something good on Disney Plus right now, and I always forget about Disney Plus. I mean, I pay for it.
Pay for it. Might as well watch it.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because I have to go through my Roku. I can't do it. Everything else I watch through my TV.
That means she has to actually get up, walk over to her television.
Because I lost my remote.
Push the buttons. We think a few years ago when she had pneumonia, we think the remote got thrown away. by
I'm living
accident.
again like a kid in the 80s. You know, when you
Are
have to
you
get up
sure
and...
that these people want to know all this?
Yeah.
We don't care. They had a chance to click out. If they didn't click out, that's
When,
their
you know, back when
own
your
fault.
parents would be like, get up and change the channel.
Sarah, Carrie, go upstairs and tell your sister to come down and turn the oven on.
Okay, that's.
Anyway, so Disney Plus, and
Family
they have a, if you're interested in space, they have a Right Stuff series starting, which I've not watched. It probably already started.
I think it has
I'm very behind.
started, and
I
it
think
looks
it
like I think
started.
it's supposed to be pretty good.
And they probably also right now have a bunch of holiday. They used to, not this year of course, they used to film decorating the parks for Christmas, and I think they're on there as well.
Well, and they have a bunch of National Geographic
Disney.
stuff on there. I think you'd like, Mom, like history stuff.
Yeah,
like
a lot of
pyramids.
Yeah.
And, you know.
One of our very best trips, the first time that I went to Florida to Disney World, is we went over Christmas and we stayed at the Grand Floridian, and it was wonderful.
It's honestly, I think if COVID hadn't happened, we may have been there this Christmas.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, that we had
seriously
kind of
thinking about
we
it.
had planned that.
COVID.
So maybe
except
next
for the
Christmas.
crowds.
Yeah, but if you-
but it's still
if
just
you go expecting-
fantastic.
I don't care what I get to ride. I want to see the decorations. I want to
Yeah,
eat. I want to go to the
it's
hotels.
amazing.
Like, you just have to go into a Christmas trip to Disney with a totally different mindset. I mean, you can go wanting to ride rides, but we're very much, if it's overwhelmingly crowded, we're going to
Yeah.
cut out.
And I think Mom's favorite part of it was at the Grand. Well, I know several of their hotels have these, but at the Grand Floridian they had balconies, and so Mom could sit out and drink her coffee,
yeah,
work on
the-
her stitching. She could hear the trains. We were
Just loved it.
close enough that sometimes we could see the fireworks from our balcony, but also they do their little dining area down by where the water is.
Yeah,
You can
that
sit
was
and
the
watch 'em.
first time that Sarah and I stayed. We stayed at the Grand Floridian, and we've always been this
went
is
from-
probably running too long, but
Yeah,
we've always
that's
been
okay.
like a value resort. you know, pop century kind of thing. We stayed at a moderate one time, and it was, I mean, you feel like it's you feel fancy.
You feel
do.
fancy.
Yeah.
Took these ladies out of Indep and put them somewhere fancy.
And now that we went literally from value all the way up to deluxe without much of a stop in between. And so Carrie and I had a really hard
Yeah,
time.
you can't go back.
We went back to value, and we were like, "Why are we doing this? We both work. We both make pretty good money. We're not staying at nothing
I
wrong
think
with
we're gonna-
value, Disney. We love your value resorts
Yeah,
too.
we're going to be
but
at least moderate resort
I think
ladies.
we're moderate and deluxe resort ladies. So hopefully we can plan to go back next.
So if you're
Christmas.
a Disney goer and you've never, we were always like, it's not worth the money to stay at a deluxe resort.
Yeah, because all you do is shower
Yeah.
and sleep
At
and
least-
go back to the hotel.
Yeah, at least once or
Yeah,
twice, it's
no,
worth it.
Everyone should
So
try
like,
it once.
stand on your balcony and hear the train whistles at Main Street Station.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
So,
don't feel
now I'm
like,
depressed.
especially during
Because I want
Christmas.
to go to Disney.
Well, I think especially during Christmas and when we've been during spring break, when the crowds almost get overwhelming, you don't feel sad going back to your hotel and spending
Yeah.
some time.
You actually want to
because-
stay at your hotel.
Yeah, you want to stay because the rooms are just so nice and you have the balcony to sit on and there's there's always extra
Well,
activities
and
to
there's
do, but
like
it's
the
just
lobbies
beautiful. Yeah.
and those places you can just go down there and sit.
Sit.
I love watching people, and they probably think that's kind of strange, but it just is. I don't know.
Yeah, we miss
I
it. And I told Sarah today, I'm like, if things improve in the least, like, I got to find a way to get there next year. I mean, I know it's not going to be the same. I know we'll still be wearing masks, but
You can start selling body parts.
it definitely affects. Yeah, there you go. It definitely
I
affects.
think it's time to wrap this
Yeah. It definitely affects your mental health.
It
when
does.
You,
And I know
Miss
that's
it.
not everyone's normal, but
I
I
don't
think
know.
when
I'm
it's-
sure some people, it's like going to Disney would be their nightmare.
probably
I
like,
think that
you spoiled
here
girls
we are
you, but-
complaining. I think we all just better count our blessings that
Yes.
we got to do those things.
And
Yeah.
we do.
And we will again.
But I do,
Yes,
and we will
yeah.
again. We'll get to go again. So
It's that time of the year we just need to count our blessings.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely this
I think
year.
it's just whenever what your stated normal is
Yeah.
that it's been disturbed.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right, so we are going to wrap it up. That was
Yeah,
lengthy.
because we're almost at an
Oh,
hour.
gosh.
So
Really
sorry
got
if
off the track
you
on
don't like
that.
to hear us ramble, but some of you do.
You
And
have
I'm
a
sorry
chance
that
to
you didn't get to see the kitties this time. They
Yeah,
decided
Oh,
to
that's
ignore us.
right.
That's
I think this
crazy.
is the first video I made where the cats didn't pop it. And people
Well,
are,
one of them crawled in my bag.
everybody's
so
very
we could do
sweet,
it.
and they're like, I love seeing the cats. I'm like, well, they love being on camera. They love being seen.
We swear someday we will either Zoom with Whitney or film at Whitney's so you can see the house
The dogs.
horses.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we'll have to do that. She's been stitching, so.
Yeah, she has.
So any hoozle, I hope you guys have a great week. If you haven't, the Steel City Stitchers just did their Friendsgiving box opening, and it's amazing. Go check it out. Who else did I watch? Rebel Stitcher I watched this week, and Candace K, Helen D. So check out some other
I watched
Flosstubers
Daisy K. Primitives.
who lives in our area.
Yes, she lives. I thought it was Liberty, but anyway. And well, we watched Nicole Apartment. I love
Yeah.
to watch her. We
Brenda
watched-
and-
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. They're my idols.
Yeah.
So and Priscilla and Chelsea. Yes.
Yeah. So watch the Flosstube. It helps to improve your day and your mood. So take care. I hope you stay safe. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know, maybe think about staying home, keeping it small. Just an idea.
Like right here, you're looking at it. You're looking at Thanksgiving.
Which is that's not much a change
Yeah.
for us.
No.
No, we'll tell them we usually get together with hundreds.
So
now.
we'd like to be able to stay in school with our kids. So maybe
we would. I don't
wear a
wanna-
mask.
Yeah.
But try to enjoy it. It's hopefully just this one year. Believe me, kids are way more laid back about it than adults are.
They're kids. It is surprised me, and I kind of said that from the beginning. Is I think kids will handle this better than adults, and
Yeah.
they have. They just
Yeah.
take
They're
wearing a
gonna be
mask
okay.
in stride. They take social distancing in stride, and they're okay. It's the adults that we got to
Yeah,
get
we
ourselves
struggle.
together.
So take care. You know, have a great Thanksgiving, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna keep waving.
do your see you real soon.
See you real soon.